So, you may be wondering, or maybe you've heard the term Amish mix, and you're wondering what exactly is that? And really, what one more time in English, huh? All of the Amish mix is a mixture of kerosene, primarily kerosene, and some Coleman fuel, and is used in kerosene lanterns. So the idea being is that it helps it burn a little cleaner. It really helps reduce the smell in there, and it's really quite simple to mix up. That sounds like my neighbor's mowing the lawn again for the 20th time this week, so that's great. Yeah, that's fun. So what we're going to do is mix it up. So there's percentages that vary from 75% kerosene, 25% Coleman fuel, up to 80% kerosene and 20% Coleman fuel. You can do whatever you like. I kind of got into this because I have a Aladdin bowl fire, which is a heater, and we'll do a light up of that later. But running that on straight kerosene like it's supposed to, it was running way too rich, and it really sooting up the screen, yellow flames, lots of odor, so it wasn't running right. And I remember seeing a while back talking about how the old T44K generators ran way too rich with today's kerosene. So I'm like, okay. But what I've found that if you mix some Coleman fuel with today's kerosene, it'll run fine in those older generators, which is obviously that Aladdin bowl fires from the 40s and 50s. So we're about to go on a little trip over the weekend, and so we need a little bit of fuel, and we're just about out in the heater. So I figured I'd go ahead and mix them up and make a little short video about it. I've got an Erlenmeyer flask here that I use for mixing fuel. It's just easy to use because it's a nice size. It's got graduations on the side of it here, and I noticed I've got a little bit of fluid in the bottom. So let me be right back. I'd rinsed that out with some brake cleaner. Definitely didn't want to have any of that going into the lanterns because you'll create phosgene gas with that, so that's just a bad idea. But a little bit dusty on the bottom, but it's totally fine. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix up a 75-25 of kerosene to Coleman fuel. So this is really dead simple. Funnel, and then fill to 750 milliliters. Now you see why I like these jars or flasks. So hopefully I don't make too much of a mess here, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. And as your science teacher always said, measure from the bottom of the meniscus, right? So we're looking pretty good there. Also tells me my bench is slightly off level. But, and even as carefully as I tried to pour that, it still was dribbling everywhere. So it's all right. Again, cleaning the desk, it's all good. So the next part is the Coleman fuel. And so that's 750 milliliters of kerosene, and this will be up to the 1,000 milliliter mark or the 1 liter mark with the Coleman fuel. And that's it. That is the magic. That is the Amish mix. And put that in there so the funnel would breathe a little better. The nice thing about these Erlenmeyer flasks is that they're designed for mixing. So I can whirl this around here pretty good and get everything all mixed up. And there you go, a vaguely, slightly Coleman greenish looking kerosene. And then I'll just go ahead and pour this into my transportation vessel, which is this. there we go. So that is ready for use, and I will go ahead and mark it up because you shouldn't have unmarked containers laying around, but the China marker does a nice job for this. And I'll just label it as kerosene. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, if you can read my scratch. But anyway, so that's the mystery. That's Amish mix. It's really good stuff. I've found that in my 237, I don't need to run it. I can run stick kerosene in there, and it does not smell whatsoever. It burns it just fine. The Bullfire needs the Amish mix. And I tried converting both a 280, a 228F, and a 200A to run kerosene. And running straight kerosene in them, they were very, very smelly. But from what I've been told, what happens with these in particular is this little U-joint right here has a tendency to leak air. And that's where you get the smell is coming out of here. So sometimes a little dab of muffler cement in there will kind of help clean that up, because that's just a slip fitting. It's not threaded. These other ones are threaded. So at any rate, I've decided just to run kerosene in the 237 because it does it quite nicely, and then just run Coleman fuel in the rest. So anyway, I hope this video has helped you out and helped you understand what Amish mix is about. It's really simple to make. It works really good in kerosene lanterns. If you have any problem burning kerosene and you get any kind of smells, run Amish mix, and you'll be really happy with the results. Until next time, keep them lit.